what better way than to film the intro at the very end? That's right, we're at the San Diego 50, well, trail marathon for me. We were right at the end. We have less than a mile to go. Let's get it. Wait, stop, hold on, wait, real quick. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button down below at the end of the video. Smash the like button if you like the video. And if you're feeling froggy, leap into the comment section and leave a quick comment. And if you don't, I just appreciate you watching the video in the first place. Let's get back. First mile, elevation culture marathon, trail. First time doing one of these. Second time doing this course. Last time was a heavy half. Absolutely recommend it, but super excited and terrified at the same time. We'll see how far up Mount Stupid I get today, but let's get it, let's have fun. Let's go. Just like the video when I did the heavy half marathon last year, the first 4 miles of this are pretty flat, pretty easy, little undulation, dogs on the road, and there was some roosters. Fortunately, we didn't get pictures or video of them, but it's a nice flat run over to Raptor Ridge, which is where the pain really starts to kick in. And to be honest with you, I knew that I had to kind of hold back, as opposed to last year where I was able to run it a little bit harder because I had, well, half the distance. But with this one, definitely put some walking in there. And then of course, in certain areas, we just threw in some runs. All right, mile 2, feeling good, having fun, perfect conditions. Can't wait to get out of this crap. Definitely heated up. 2 more miles, onto the top. Let's get it. All right, that is one beast of a friend. That is my videographer, Jaden, doing a wonderful job out here for me. So again, like my last half marathon, not only is he running the distances, but he's running ahead, behind. So he's really putting in the work. Already put in 4 miles before he started just to warm up. Crazy. But yeah, big shout out to him. Super grateful. Absolutely grateful he's out here with me. Let's get it. Mile 6 in the books. As you can tell in the video, it was absolutely cold in the morning, and to be honest with you, it felt pretty good, except when you would leave the sun and hit the shade. Now, with that being said, I wore a running jacket, real thin, good material, keeps the heat in, and you sweat a lot. And of course, it gets heavy. But at mile marker 7, where they have their aid station, this is why they call it the heavy half, because that's their turnaround point. When I got there, I was able to shed the gloves and the jacket. Now, of course, the first few miles until we hit the open wine country area, that was a little bit cold, especially when you hit the no sun area. It was just
well, it was cold, to be honest with you. But once we started getting out into the fields, the heat started to warm up really, really quick, and it was quite enjoyable. Nice, clean course, and that takes us all the way to the turnaround of the Lake Hodges run that we did. So I kind of knew where I was at in the course, which was a lot easier to kind of mentally get through, especially with the issues that were starting to form.
Oh, that was a good avocado burrito. One of my favorites.
You want to talk to the people?
I don't got a lot to say. Where are we at? Almost mile 8. Feeling good. Kind of flat for the most part. When we get to mile 10, it'll start to look familiar from my last video. That's where we did the Lake Hodges duathlon and where I volunteered. Speaking of volunteering, we can always use more out here, but super grateful for those that are out here helping us out, because we couldn't run these events without people giving up their time. Let's get it.
Let's go!
So hitting the Lake Hodges bridge that we were on, I could tell there was something wrong with my feet. The shoes weren't working out. The socks weren't the right ones. A lot of issues started to form. And I was just fortunate enough to have somebody at the turnaround halfway point that I had already put my other running shoes in. I knew if something goes bad, we might as well have a backup, which is very smart in preparation. If you don't have somebody there, they do have drop bags for you. So I definitely recommend putting a second pair of shoes, even if they are completely opposite to what you're wearing, because you never know how your feet's gonna react that day. For me, it was an absolute game changer. Now, if you are following me on Instagram, AllenVille_endurance, you would have saw that we went live. In fact, if you do not follow me, jump on there. You'll see the live video. Jaden was behind me running, holding the camera, my phone, and it was pretty cool. In fact, my dad called in during that, which I didn't even know you could do. And of course, I couldn't see him, but I could hear him. So it's pretty special to have that happen. In fact, he typically calls in on any race I do. Usually his name pops up on my phone. So that was pretty cool.
All right, so if you remember this spot, that's where I volunteered last time, the last race. Kind of telling everybody where to go. Now, we're headed back to the start of the Lake Hodges Trail Fest area. That's our turnaround point. So yeah, here we go. Second half, just did the turnaround, grabbed my favorite avocado burrito, peanut butter and jelly tortilla sandwich, and looks like we got 13 more to go. Get the last half. Made that.
So when did it get bad? We made the turnaround and we were working our way back to the next aid station afterwards, which is about 3 miles out. And I noticed when I was clenching my fist that I couldn't get a firm grip, and I could tell that my hands were not getting the proper blood flow. I knew something was up. And then a mountain bike passed us. And I remember looking at this mountain bike and the sun beamed off the forks, and I went to tell Jaden, who was videotaping, I said, I don't even know what I said, to be honest with you. And I knew the moment me trying to get the words out and nothing really coming out, we were in deep trouble. Now, fortunately, I knew where I went wrong. And by the time I got to the aid station where the Airbuds crew is at, who takes care of a lot of aid stations in these events, they took absolute care of me. I came in, I felt bad, and they were grabbing my water from me, making sure I had soda in me, asking me is there anything they can get me. They were just kind of allowing me to catch my pace and get back to where I needed to be. And then of course from there it was 13 miles of just hold on tight and see what happens.
Let them know you're in the pain cave.
Oh, dude, massive pain cave. Absolute. There you go. Absolute pain cave. I don't know what it was. Mile 16, I just completely shut down. Couldn't even get words out. But thanks to the Run Club Airbuds for the mile 16 aid station, hooked me up with everything I needed. We're back on the course. Gonna finish my favorite, red vines. And we're gonna get this damn thing done. We're almost to mile 17 now, so let's get it. Oh, it will get done today.
The worst part about running. Look at them babies.
Put some shorts on.
Casper is on the trail.
So at this point, I'm hurting. We're in the flats. I have zero desire to run. In fact, I am walking at about a 15 to a 15:30 pace just to get aid station to aid station. And that's what I do like about out and backs is once you've made it out, you know what to expect on your way back. So it was get to this point and get to this point. It's kind of like when you start running and you use lamppost to lamppost running. You see your lamppost, you know I have to make it to this point. And then from there, I have my relief. Same thing, I knew I had to get back to the aid station at the 7 mile mark. And once I was there, I only had 7 miles to go, but I also had a Raptor Ridge ahead of me. And let me tell you, I knew that one was going to be tough.
Yep. Whew. All right, we're about 20 and a half in. Finally getting out of the pain cave, or I'm really numb. I'm doing great. No, I'm not. It hurts. But we're just gonna push through. We've got Raptor Ridge to climb, go back down. And it's pretty much flat the rest of the way for the last 4 miles. I can tell you, this hurts, but change the shoes, get the New Balances on. We're gonna finish this up. But man.
And he's got that pickle juice in him.
I love pickle juice. Just need a little Jameson.
Let's talk about the last mile of this race. Now, as you know, if it's 4 miles out to Raptor Ridge, then it's 4 miles back. And you would think, hey, it's a flat area. Well, it's not necessarily flat, it's trails, little undulations, nothing too bad. But I can tell you the last mile of this race was absolutely brutal. Now, the last half a mile is a different story because it's one of those things we mentally just do not push ourselves, and it shows at the end of a race. When you see somebody sprinting across the finish line, when you see somebody, oh, I only have a quarter mile left, and taking off for a run, and not that I felt fine, but I felt okay to get there. Obviously, I wasn't pushing myself harder. Now, I know that I would have pushed myself a little bit harder, but of course, I'm new to a lot of this stuff. I'm new to these long distance races, and I'm starting to step them up into even longer. So I do know where my failure was and why I felt the way that I did. I got into the pain cave, and you know, it was actually a great experience. I would not give that up. I think that we need to go to those areas. We need to be in a place where it's just dark, where we don't want to hear our music, we don't want to talk to anybody, we don't want nothing. We're just focusing on the one step after the one step. I definitely hit that one, but I can tell you the last mile, especially when we make the left and we're walking, or you're supposed to be running down the fields, but you can see where the start of this video was. I can tell you it took a lot to film that. But then there's the end of the race. And as we can see, I completed the race. And of course, you saw me running across the finish line, or running across the finish line. I was absolutely smoked. Could not drive home. I was hurting. All I was craving was a cold beer, some salt, and food. I got that afterwards, of course. But I can tell you this race was absolutely electric to be a part of. Watching the 50 milers pass me at the end as they're finishing up it's very impressive what people can do. Watching people go out and just have fun and say hi and talk to each other on the trail. The community that follows elevation culture and their events is wonderful. The people who reach out to me on Instagram who are part of these events, I am super grateful for them. The people that I'm going to see in Hemet coming up, I'm grateful to see them there. In fact, there is a discount code for that, which we will drop right here. That's going to be 10% off that race. A link in the description below to sign up for that. So hope to see you guys out there. Now, the day of the run, right now, I am planning on volunteering because they are having a bike race the next day. It is more of a gravel race. I don't have a gravel bike, but we're going to get the mountain bike out and have fun with everybody. Anyways, a lot of different what do you call it, lengths of race that are out there. Again, I don't know them all. I just haven't really dug into it quite yet. I've been super busy, but super grateful. So hopefully we'll see you guys in Hemet. Again, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it. Leave a comment down below, and I'm just grateful for you guys watching. But we'll see you soon. We got a whole bunch of races coming up. Wait till February. We're going a little bit further than we did this one. We'll see you.
Sometimes you need a little fresh poop in your life. From a nerve. Well, we're at the start. Holy crap. Never mind. Well, that'll bite you. I lived in Minnesota long enough. That shouldn't affect me.
Mid-sentence.